Hey everyone, this is my Patreon powered reaction to the 36th episode of Uchuu Kyoudai, or Space Brothers. Now, last episode, Kenji got the good news. He finally got that phone call. Just had to go through a lot of flashback stuff before he got to it, but he did get it. He was so excited. He was celebrating with his family. They were all excited. They were all happy and jumping around, and it was all great. So, hopefully some other people get some good news, you know? So let's get into it and find out. 3, 2, 1, play. Don't worry, I'm sure you did fine. It's not gonna ring any faster just because you're staring at it. I know, it's already 1500. I don't think... I don't think you're doing anything. I think you're just being silly. 3 o'clock snack, wow. Why don't I get a 3 o'clock snack? Who knows? Secret Jackson meeting. Emphasis on secret, of course. I don't think you should decide that way. Wow. I don't think Jackson is silly. Yeah, exactly. Think Appa might want more food. Well, do something to keep your mind off of it. Go watch TV or something. That is so relatable. Except with my cat. Appo has conquered you. Sarika, what are you doing anyway? Oh, well, maybe we'll find out after the opening. Yeah, my cat's back there. Can't really tell too much because the bed's further away now, but he's on the bed. Because I did reorganize my room. I like it better this way because I have more space around my computer. Unlike before, I could actually do something like this. I could not do that before because I would have bumped into my bed way before I got that far, so I like this better. Also, if I ever decide to get a green screen, which is something I'm always thinking about considering, I actually have enough space to put it behind my chair now. I just realized I forgot to change the overlay. Yeah. I might have to fix that in post if I care enough to. We'll see. And yeah, 36th episode. I think it may have said 35th at the beginning. Miss dropping the ball. Wow, they're really using that. Oh my god. Ito is next. That's Sarika, right? Yeah. So they're using it to decide the order of the people they choose. I guess that's fine. As long as you don't use it to decide which people get to pass, it's fine. Seri-chan. Wow, that woman looks old. I bet. Rinpei? No problem. Well, I bet. People usually don't like having their diaries read, but that's what makes it fun. So mean to Sarika. Cool, cool. Sure. Seems like it. But clearly we're getting Sarika focus, which is great. I mean, Suri's not technically not in the scene, but still. Oh, that's a nice dress. And here's the real one. Is that water? It didn't look... It was kind of black to be water. I don't know. Maybe it was just the lighting of the scene, I don't know. Just looked a bit odd. Ito Rinpei. A weird name, I'm sorry to tell you. Rinpei is a weird name. Just... You chewing gum? Oh, two of them. One for each hand. There's a joke there that I'm not gonna make. Good job. Oh, I miss Sarika. And then she had to put them both in her mouth. You're tempting me too much, stop it. Don't talk with your mouth full. But yeah, another thing about it, yeah, we actually have heard a lot about her dad. I kind of forgot about that until just now. So, stop, Sarika, stop it. Sarika, why must you do this to me? Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Yes, she will. She's doing her best. She's so cute. Dancing astronaut. I guess that would be something. That was a nice flashback. Even though it was tempting me very hard to make inappropriate jokes, it still was a nice flashback. Ooh. Yeah, I guess his health has to take a hit at some points. Maybe he's dead now, so I don't remember if he ever heard what happened to him. We might have, but I don't remember. We obviously know the end result though. Yeah. It didn't quite go the same as last time. He really likes those things. Yeah, the light end of this scene you knew was gonna be a sad one. That's absolutely horrible. Well, I bet, but uh, so sad. Zurika was so happy in this flashback like 5 minutes ago. Well, I guess you'd have to. Just been a pretty bad day for her. Well, he's upset about something. I don't think so. I really did not know how sad of an episode this would be. If I know this was going to be a sad episode, I would have saved this for last. My reaction schedule. (2008). That was a while ago. If it's 2026 now, this show. Yeah. So heartbreaking. Even drawing pictures, and of course it's food related. Sarika. Uh, well, you gave it to him. Of course he's gonna read it. Uh, uh, but I guess not in front of her. It's seeming growing. Wow. Little animation. It actually became a Christmas tree. Actually getting chills. Uh, Christmas cake and everything. That was really amazing diary that she put together there. Another Christmas hat, so cute. Uh, Keep showing that picture. For some reason, I thought of Yui when I saw her just there, like the back of her head standing up like that with the Christmas stuff. Yui from K-On! If uh, if this ended with Sarika getting a call saying that she failed the astronaut exam thing, that would probably crush me. I'm just putting it out there. I don't think I could handle that. Oh, that's a beautiful tree, though. It's really great that he has it like right outside the window to see. Sarika with her dance. You look great. Fantastic. And he must have been in the hospital for so long at this point. Of course. Uh, uh, oh, uh, come on, Sarek, I don't look like that. Yeah, I think the video had another little time skip. I guess this is when she gets serious. Walking past it this time. Uh, yeah, if Mukai can do it, so can I. Yeah, but the problem is that's a way a lot long ways away. But she looks so hopeful. It's just I couldn't take that away from her. Uh, I don't think you will. Well, Oh, don't cry, Sarika. Don't. Please don't cry. Well, that's good. You know, it's good. Yeah, let's not have any more of that. She has those again. Of course, gotta do two of them at once. Uh, uh, and then it ends. Why couldn't somebody have warned me that this would be this kind of episode? I mean, I wanted a Sarika focus episode. I didn't want to be stabbed through the heart with a knife. As soon as they started talking about the whole dad thing and diary and visiting the grave, I had a feeling this episode would go down the pathway of sadness, and it definitely did. Uh, uh, we are continuing with the whole theme of doing one reveal an episode, one phone call an episode. Okay. That was the 36th episode of Space Brothers. And what's there really to say with this episode? We had Muta really wanting a phone call because he was getting really antsy, really anxious. We're really wondering if he's passed or not. Just he just wants his phone call, and but he didn't. He didn't win the board game. I don't remember what it was called, but it's basically a little board game thing for making decisions. I mean, I've seen it in another anime. I just don't remember what it's called. But yeah, Ito Serika was chosen instead. And yeah, she had her family come over. Her grandparents came over. But Serika was gone. She wanted to go visit her father's grave and all that. And she did what you usually do, like, I guess, pour water on the tombstone. It's all a little bit interesting. You know, customs that don't really exist in my country, so they always look a little bit weird from my perspective, but you know, it's fine. Every culture has their own thing. But this is what led to the flashbacks about the father. And I mean, we already knew a little bit, even though I kind of forgot about it until it came back to me. But we did already know a little bit about the father stuff before, and how that was a big driving force in Sarika's motivation to become this whole astronaut on the space station and all that. That's really towards her goal. But we got a lot more detail on it in this episode because we saw Sarika, as a young girl, just so happy and full of life, and clearly had a pretty good relationship with her father. She had these little snack things. I don't remember what they were called either. And she liked them, of course. She liked to have two of them at once, apparently. And she's just having a lot of fun, having a good time. But slowly over time, oh yeah, she also had this dancing thing that she did that she was good at. I guess that was nice. But anyway, you can start to see the father was starting to have some physical damage to himself, and eventually had to be hospitalized, and Sarika got the bad news, and that's where the sadness of the episode really began to take off, because, he's now in the hospital. She visits him there. She has to hear about how he's getting worse, and just there's really no cure for what he has, and that's always a really sad thing, and hearing the mother talk about respirator and stuff, just nothing you really should have to go through as a child, and it's all pretty tragic, really, really sad stuff. Especially when she was so happy not that long ago, and then things just kind of shift once we get into all that stuff. And then she decides that she wants to, personally cure him and all that, and as she's saying that happily to him and all that, and so full of hope and stuff, and as the audience, you're just like, no, that's not going to happen. Even if you could theoretically do that, it would not be in time. That's like more than a decade away at best. Just, yeah, it's not going to happen, and everyone knows that. The father knows that, but he can't just like say that to her to crush her hopes and dreams. But it's just, yeah, it was hard to watch. And of course, eventually he does die. And Sarika, you see her even crying in the current year. Although she does kind of stop herself and cheer herself up and spin around in the leaves, which was it was cute, nice, very lovely stuff, but I was a little bit too sad to really enjoy Sarika cuteness there, to be honest. But that was kind of the episode in a nutshell, bouncing around Sarika cuteness and Sarika sadness, just kind of jumbled around. But it was a nice episode. It was a good episode, even if it, made me quite sad. It was good. I really like the diary too. That whole, every time you turned the page, the plant got a little bit bigger until it eventually became a Christmas tree, probably around the same time as Christmas. That was a very nice touch. I was pretty impressed by Sarika doing that. And we saw that picture of her and her mother, and I guess her mother in the dresses. We saw that picture a lot. I don't know if there's any real meaning to that aside from just, I don't know. I'm not really sure what I was supposed to take away from seeing that red framed picture so much, but it was a nice picture, so I guess that's all that really matters. But yeah, even setting up Christmas decorations in the hospital room and all that, just, it's all so sad. But Sarika, she's still going towards her goal, and I think she got a positive phone call if I remember correctly, so it's all good. I'm sure her father would be proud of how far she's come, and all that. So yeah, I don't really have a lot more to say on it. It was a good episode, but it was also a very sad episode, so yeah, hopefully Muta gets his call next, I guess. So thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.